I have been tagged in so many videos about this upcoming solar eclipse that's supposed to happen April 8th, and the conspiracy theories wrapped around it. National Guard being deployed, schools being shut down, people asking to stock up. I'm here to answer all those conspiracy theories for you, tell you what's going on. All I'd ask is maybe you like the video, follow me, and share the video with other people that are going to start to panic over this so-called eclipse. And this was the latest video I've been tagged in, so I'm going to use this to explain to everyone what's going on. Now, what's going to happen is that's the path of the eclipse right there, and it's you should be able to see it. It's going to be about 100 miles wide, but the thing is, they're predicting several million people are going to want to view the event. So they're not just going to be gathering in this long stretch here of 100-mile wide shadow. They're actually going to be down into more of like a 20 or 30-mile stretch across the United States here. And most of these, and they're not going to be standing on the side of the road to gaze at it. They're going to be going to cities and towns to hang out for a day or two. And what's going to happen is most of these little towns and cities that are only used to getting tourists, a few hundred tourists or a couple thousand a year, they're going to be suddenly overwhelmed with thousands, if not tens of thousands of tourists. So
this is getting wild. The National Guard is going to be here now for the solar eclipse.
Yes, this is an absolute great time to deploy the National Guard because the police departments in these little cities cannot handle the influx of people that are coming in here. And that's what the National Guard are for. Yes, so it's a perfect example of why they should be called in there just to help out with traffic, to help out with problems that may be going on. So yes, the National Guard absolutely needs to be present during this time to help out and help the police community.
They're also urging residents to stock up with 1 to 2 weeks of food in advance of the event and to have full fuel tanks. They're also saying that it's likely that communication facilities could be overloaded, possibly making it difficult to make cell phone calls.
Yes, absolutely stock up, because once again, the grocery stores in these cities and towns, they're only used to servicing the community and a few extra people that may pass through the town each year. And all grocery stores, if you're not familiar with it, only carry a 3-day supply of food. They don't have big warehouses out in the back. They carry every 3 days, a truck comes to replenish their stock. And now all of a sudden, this grocery store that was servicing a community of several thousand people, or 10,000, whatever it is suddenly going to get an influx of people coming all across the United States. And of course, as usual, they're not going to be prepared. When we get there, we'll stop at the grocery store. So yes, your grocery stores are probably going to be wiped clean. Think of it as a hurricane. You know how some of you people panic during a hurricane and you rush out at the last minute to grab, the milk and the bread that everybody else is fighting over? But you are going to notice a huge decline in the products that you need. And of course, it's going to take several days, if not several weeks after this event is over, to replenish those shelves. So absolutely, stock up, because the people coming to your city are going to deplete everything on the shelves there. So yeah, stock up.
And apparently schools are canceled this day, and people are going on Twitter writing statements like this: "Something strange is definitely happening. My kids in 3 different schools all got notices that school will be closed that day."
Now, schools being closed, absolutely. They don't want to leave the schools open and have to deal with the buses, have to deal with the traffic and all the other fools that are going to be out here running around, getting in the wrecks and stuff, or just crowding the streets. So yeah, and they also want the children to be able to enjoy the event with their families as well. So yes, all the schools are going to be closed down.
The 22 members of an elite chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear unit will be housed in Broken Bow.
They're going to be scientists from all over the world in these areas to experience this and run tests. Any type of science you think of, bring up. There's going to be a scientist there for that. Where do you want them to stay? Have you invited them to your house? But the governor, whoever it is that's speaking in the background, kudos to them, because they're looking ahead. They're planning ahead. It's almost like being called preparing, or some of us call prepping. And this is one time the government is stepping up. If you have any more questions, come back here, tag people in this video, and we can discuss more about it if you want.